This is how we play.
You know how you get mad at me every time I call something hot?
I just am always mad at you. That just happens.
I mean, yes.
They have nothing to do with each other.
Well, yeah, but that's one of the specific things. You say that I'm using the word hot raw.
It's probably just have something to say, frankly. Anyway, what about it?
Well, I have proof that I am not using it wrong, but only because I'm a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Which is to say that humans use language like that, because we're such tactile creatures that it associates things with that tactile sensation to prompt the psychosomatic response to it to create understanding.
Okay.
Which is to say, when we call things that are sexy hot, it's not because temperature-wise they're hot. It's because of sex. It tends to get hot and steamy because it's an exerted activity. And so, in contrast to that, though I do not mean it in the that's sexy kind of way, I do have a tendency to get overexcited and move erratically and energetically when excited about things, and therefore get very high in temperature. And so when I think things are interesting and exciting, technically speaking, I'm not wrong in calling it hot. It's just an asexual way of calling something sexy.
Sure.
But yeah, I kind of want to send you this post, but I also don't know if you'd be interested in it, because it's really cool and long, and it's a long post that analyzes human psychology and physicality, but like, it's also on Tumblr.
I'm into semiotics, why not? How bad can it be?
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason Lampay doesn't use Tumblr is because they got rid of the titty.
Yeah,
I know, what the fuck?
But I'm also in a position where I'm very nearly on the verge of just boycotting everything that you share forever until you like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm mad at you.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, in general, forever about everything, but that in particular.
I'm in the ADHD depression zone, if that makes sense.
This isn't marble. What is this? Granite? You made this out of granite? And limestone? Who makes planet pots out of limestone and granite?
See, Miriam, the problem is you are not an ideal monkey.
Yeah.
I'm not an ideal monkey. And one of the things is that those things that we've made are things that I want to be able to like properly like sit down and look at and watch and like critique in some capacity. That requires a lot of emotional energy.
Well, and yet it's one more thing where you could theoretically have your own show to do that with when you have the capacity to stream, of course. But that would be something where you could like, let's all talk about Lampay creative videos.
Oh my god.
Does this hold up the ceiling? Is that what the circle's for?
You know...
And then I don't have to be a part of it directly. And then you can systematize your abuse of my person.
I'm scrolling through shit, and you know that new stupid anti-ad that Doritos is doing? It's so annoying. Like, I understand what they're trying to fucking do, but it still makes me mad.
Is it 2 away? Yes, 1, 2. That's too close to the wall.
Apparently people eat sunflower heads whole.
That's weird.
Right?
I certainly don't.
I mean, you say it's weird, but people eat dandelions too.
It's a little different. I mean, you can make tea out of dandelion heads. I know people who do. And the plant part of the dandelion is just like any other salad stuff.
I fucking hate gentrification. It makes me mad.
Yeah, gentrification needs to be done. Do you see Philosophy Tube's
when you say needs to be done, please elaborate that you specifically mean needs to not happen anymore,
Yeah, it
rather
needs to
than that
be-
it needs to happen.
It needs to be over, past tense. Having had its day
Sorry, I just
and been rightfully forgotten.
you said it. I knew what you meant, but my brain still parsed it in the other way, and I was like, wait though.
What's happened here? Why are these not in the
So,
thing?
Miriam,
Mm-hmm.
I said ideal monkey, and you were
No,
like,
before
yeah,
that,
totally. Okay.
Have you seen Philosophy Tube's video on gentrification on the housing market?
No, I
It's-
don't actively peruse Philosophy Tube. I know you guys like it a lot, and some of their videos are pretty good, but like, it's not
You should really watch
one
that
of my primary content.
He wears an
I'll
Ahigo
think about
shirt
it.
and talks about.
I
Comic
hate
books.
Ahego shirts.
That's why you have to see him wearing it. It's really good. He has a.
No, it's gonna make me mad because he's actually like he's just gloriously beautiful, and he does not deserve to be wearing something so horrible and disgusting.
He's playing the villain when he does it, like when he does his conservative. Have you seen him?
I
Have you seen
know,
his
but-
Julius Caesar? He does this like emo Julius Caesar. It's really cool.
I will say though, I do appreciate just how fucking pretty that man is.
Yeah, he is.
Cause like, as an asexual person, like it's not like I'm more attracted to the snake than I am to him. But damn if he's not really fucking pretty.
Yeah.
He's very nice to
You
look
would put
at.
Boy,
his
they made
poster on your
fucking
wall.
great time. They're already here.
Next to the sunset.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
So Miriam,
It's only been
Uh-huh.
a day. They got here in
Yeah,
a day.
no, I am not an ideal monkey. What about it?
so
Most people aren't.
yeah, how would you define the ideal monkey?
It's
Given that I
impossible.
have not explained it to you at all.
No, it's impossible. They don't exist. Every human is not an. You know that thing that everyone always says is intrusive thoughts when you're like on a cliff and your brain is like jump, even though like you look down and you're like I die though. That is your monkey brain insisting that you are capable of jumping from tall heights to catch the branches of trees. Humans are fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It only works with spherical monkeys in a vacuum.
Yeah. But when we do it psychologically, because that's where I got it from. It was a physics problem with a ideal monkey in an ideal tree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No friction, no elasticity, all that jazz, right?
Yeah.
But psychologically, it is that people, like statisticians,
Uh-huh.
think that there's rules, and that there's kind of rules, but they think there's these rules that, hey, if we do this, we'll get, if we do X, we'll get Y result.
Yeah.
But
So that's
sometimes,
not how monkeys work.
yeah, sometimes, in fact, usually, it doesn't quite work that way. You know how,
Uh-huh.
like, how before millennials started going into the job market, people were trying to make millennial humor, but they didn't understand it
Yeah.
to advertise.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. So they're like, they like random things.
What channel do you think would be a good channel to send a and we don't have a Kingdom Hearts channel yet. Capitalist Rat works just as
Yeah, post things in capitalist rat.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Capitalist rat is
Disney
already-
channel is named our Disney channel is called Capitalist Rat.
Nice.
I have taste sometimes. Not most of the time, but sometimes.
Are we doing anything with this smoke leaf? I guess it hasn't gotten to the point that we harvested it.
And I'm explaining that though now. My big brother really has always, like his whole life, really liked starfruit. And there is a theory that the Paupu fruit that appears in Kingdom Hearts might as well just be a starfruit. I mean, it's literally shaped like a star. It's not the same kind of shape as a starfruit, but you know, fuck it. And since it's my brother's favorite fruit, I was like, cool, this video is about making starfruit candy. I'm gonna send it to him because he likes Kingdom Hearts and starfruit. And that's what that's about.
Okay.
And you were trying to figure out what channel to put it in,
Yeah.
I see. We have a lot of channels on the Discord server that Lampe is not invited to.
I'm actually considering
Explicitly not
making a
invited.
specific Lampe Creative channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be worth it. It might help
Like
me to
Dragon
shame
Theory.
the artists into participating.
Like Dragon Theory.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanna be more like Jack. You wanna be more like Cody.
I don't at all.
No, I know.
No more than
But
Cody
you
wants
want
to be more
your
like
stuff
me.
to be more like Cody.
No, I think that
You want-
think that Cody and I are in a position where we're living in a world where both of our worlds are a better place because the other is different from us.
Yes.
I think that
Oh no,
this is
agreed. But you want your stuff to be more like his stuff because people actively participate.
Well,
in the
that'd
shows,
be
not
nice.
just D&D.
That'd be nice, but that's not what I mean. I mean because Lampe Creative is not just
Yeah.
Nostria. And like when Danielle was in here, Danielle was like, this is just Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, well, the artists have their own they used to have their own Discord. We used to use Emmys for stuff occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, we've got stuff for art stuff, but we don't have like
And
no one actively makes just art stuff.
Yeah, and you also do stuff for like fan fiction, other things that you could potentially stream that I want nothing to do with at all ever.
Yeah.
But that could also just be a muted channel at Lampe Creative if it came to it, and there were people who were there who were interested.
True, except then I would have to make a what passes the grade and what doesn't pass the grade of things I'd be willing to talk about on there because I'm not inviting strangers to my fanfiction channel.
Exactly.
I know
but
there
that's
are
the reason.
fanfiction writers who have that, but like.
That's why we would have the Lampe Creative one.
Yeah.
Because then that's where they'd be, and they wouldn't be in yours, where you're dealing with the stuff that is personal to you. Just like I wouldn't let a lot of the people that would be getting into the Lampe Creative channel, the poor bastards, I wouldn't want them, and they might think they wanted some of my channels. They're probably wrong.
No. I guarantee they're wrong.
Like, here's the thing. If you invite someone into the special, almost completely family server, right? And then you kick them out. That's drama. Like,
yeah.
And not because kicking them out is drama, which it is, but because the tolerance for drama is higher because everyone's friendly. Right?
Wait, no, I didn't parse the words you said. Say them again.
The threshold for banning from, say, the right stuff is higher because everyone in it currently is either a friend or a family member.
Yeah.
Like, Lampe would be allowed, except
he wants nothing to do with
No,
that
I don't.
shit.
I don't.
He
I got enough
uninvited
options.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Um,
I didn't realize
Hey,
it was in.
Lampe,
What do you want?
you might actually be interested in this video too, but it also might make you mad and sad at the same time.
Well, what doesn't?
it's-
But I'm not gonna have time for shit anymore because
True.
You're never gonna guess what just happened. I was thinking about this theory class, and I've almost taken it every semester they've offered it since they started, which is the critical theory class. And it's also taught by Meg Gaunt, who is into a lot of stuff that I'm into as well.
Yeah.
And Scarrett never got back to me, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not trading this one out. And so I sat in on the class, and McGaunt was talking about how a lot of the class is actually going to revolve around a discourse that took place academically between Michel Foucault and Jürgen Habermas, who are like two of my four favorite. They're like two of my top 5 favorite theorists. I was like, holy shit.
Hey, you're fucking fucked.
Yeah.
That is
man.
awesome.
There's no escape now.
I was like,
Yeah.
when we were talking about it, I was like, I just downloaded Discipline and Punish It was on the tip of my tongue to say that I play a live stream Skyrim show where I role play Jürgen Habermas, but I was afraid
That's real fucking weird.
I was afraid somebody might watch it and that'd be awful.
Oh,
You're not gonna get people to watch it if you don't tell people to watch it. You know that, right?
And in addition, wouldn't it be great for you to have people psychoanalyze me and Shara and how fucking weird we are? You'd be psychoanalyzed as well, but so would we.
Well, no, because none of them are. I mean, it's critical philosophy. Nobody's doing any. They'd be closer to doing sociology, which they still probably technically wouldn't do. Although Habermas is a sociologist.
It's called critical philosophy, and those bitches aren't using critical thinking skills?
Well, it's critical
What's
theory.
the point, then?
Critical theory. You're critically thinking about theory, not psychoanalysis. It's one of the few things that those two didn't do, really. Well, I guess that's not true, because Foucault wasn't really that much of a polymath. Still, I'm super excited.
Is that the Foucault with the Panopticons?
That's Jeremy Bentham. Jeremy Bentham did the Panopticons. Although Foucault did do stuff about Panopticon, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
he
spell
did.
Foucault?
Huh?
How do you spell?
Oh, I know, right? It's spelled like it's French. It's spelled French. Spell it French.
Just say Foucault and Panopticon.
Foucault?
It's like Foucault.
No, there's like CH in it.
There's an L and a T at the end.
Panopticons? No. God fucking damn it, I'm talking to you people. Panopticons.
Okay, Lampe, I need you to spell it out with me. Spell it out for me right now. I assume it starts with an F.
Fuck you. I'm waiting for Google to load.
No, shut up. Go to the Wikipedia page about Panopticons and his name will eventually appear. That is a fact.
Michel Foucault. Foucault.
Yeah,
As
there
in
it
Foucault.
was the U.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, even though that's pronounced Michel, it's the French spelling of Michael.
Yeah, I get you.
Because that's what it means.
Yeah.
Discipline and Punish. I also downloaded History of Sex, but I haven't started that one yet.
Ooh, nice.
It's funny because Magant was talking. I need a mute button in real life, motherfucker. Because as I was sitting there, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure that this is going to be. I'm making it sound sexier than it is." And I'm muted and shouting into my microphones. Foucault literally wrote the History of Sex. You can't say it's not sexy. You will fail if you try.
The History of Sexuality and Iranian Revolution, 1976 to 1979.
It's like that one book that's like cooking, how to build a bomb, and like agriculture.
Oh no. So from what I understand, this is his later life timeline. So he wrote Discipline and Punish during his college to France days. He wrote the history of sexuality during the Iranian Revolution, which he was apparently a part of.
I like his face. He's got a good face.
Yeah,
he's a fucking philosopher, and his picture, he looks ecstatic in his picture.
Yeah.
But you never see philosophers that look that like they're having that much fucking fun.
you would not believe
That
that
guy
he was
probably
having
had
fun if
great
you had read
parties.
his theory, because it is depressing stuff.
Yeah?
Well, it's not Spinoza, but he definitely read Spinoza.
The question is, because eventually we're going to have to, you know, restart Skyrim together anyway.
Yeah.
The update comes. Assuming Lampe continues Hagermas, should we all pick philosophers?
I've been thinking about that.
No! You just choose whatever his name is, Dionysus or some shit.
Is Dionysus the Dragonborn?
Absolutely!
Okay.
And he never does a fucking job!
Is he allowed to be the Dragonborn?
dragonborn, but he does have a dragonborn spirit.
Do you
Can
mean?
use the voice.
Do you mean Diogenes?
I don't know.
Yeah, Diogenes.
Yes.
Probably.
Just like you mean the god
never
of
said I was smart about philosophers.
Behold
I
the
never
man.
claimed to know jack shit about philosophers.
We gotta have a lot
Behold
more.
the man.
Yeah, we need to have a lot more chicken jokes if we do Diogenes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yet
Though,
another
considering
human.
the fact that you keep making all of the chickens really big, maybe you should be Diogenes.
No. I am beholding man.
Yeah.
I'm blaming Shreya.
Best quote from him is, well, I mean, other than the whole Alexander the Great thing, is, in a rich man's house, the only place left to spit is his face.
Yes. Very good.
But don't get me wrong, the Alexander the Great story is fantastic.
Let's see. We better start getting these. Oh, he didn't survive.
Hmm.
The guy we were trying to rescue did die. What killed him?
No.
He's playing Rimworld.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. He just spontaneously died? It said he was going to be fine.
We appeared to have distracted him too much, and his damsel has
Well, no, in
passed.
the log,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't say how they were killed,
Weird.
Interesting.
which indicates that they died in the crash, and like it hadn't loaded because the game was paused when I was checking or something. Because otherwise, in the log, it would say bled to death or whatever, or bitten by cobra.
So I'm banning Kant, but would he be an Imperial or a Stormcloak?
I don't know.
Kant would be a
What's that?
Stormcloak.
Kant.
What's that? Can I be Erin, whatever her name is? That one bitch.
What are you talking about?
Aaron, that one bitch. Let me throw that into Google, Miriam.
I think she's like a communist.
I think she's like a
I don't know. Everyone's always bitching about her. Her name starts. It's like A-Y-N
Ayn Rand?
some shit.
No, Ayn Rand's not a real philosopher. She doesn't count.
I'm banning Ayn Rand too. Fuck her.
Damn. But isn't that part of the joke? Is that I would never be a real philosopher.
Let me tell you how Ayn Rand is definitely an imperial, though. Oh, I was about to get mad because there's a cobra on my property. I forgot I have an attack cobra.
Nice.
I will fix that by changing the name, although I don't remember how. There is a way now. Animals, Cobra 1. You. Nope, that didn't work. Right
Is
here.
Diogenes... Okay, is Diogenes on either side of the conflict?
Con. You tell me.
Diogenes is too busy not being the Dragonborn.
Yeah, I was gonna say Diogenes is definitely not picking a side.
Socrates probably same. He might be an
No,
Imperial.
I don't know
Socrates.
enough about
Socrates was a soldier for
philosophers.
60 years. He was definitely a soldier. He would definitely pick a side more.
But he was also against freedom of speech.
Socrates?
What the? Really?
Yeah, Socrates was against freedom of speech.
That's
which implies
hilarious.
that he's an Imperial.
Are you sure he was against freedom of speech and not being sarcastic? Because he was certainly exercising freedom of speech. That's what got him killed.
Well, see, I think he was like, apparently it's complicated, but yeah, he was pretty certain that people should have, like, kicked his ass for that. It's
Well.
kind of weird.
He said that as punishment he should be rewarded.
Yeah.
So they killed him.
Apparently, he was literally asking for a beating.
Socrates and freedom of speech.
I read some really cute stories about abused children getting real parents day. I was pleased.
Corporations should not be making a profit off of COVID vaccines. So, why does that need to be said? Just round up all the people that think it's a good idea and shoot.
I agree.
It'll save a lot of time. Because they're all...
What was that guy's name? I should know his name because he deserves to be remembered forever.
I'm gonna need a bit more of that.
Jonas Salk! Jonas Salk is a fucking saint.
You should be Judith Butler.
Yeah.
Gotta get clicks. I would try to push Foucault, but I think that Diogenes is also a really good choice. I mean, he invented cynicism.
Yeah. Because Jonas Salk made the polio vaccine but didn't patent it because he wanted it to be cheap forever. Because people fucking deserve that shit.
Well, it shouldn't be. We shouldn't be liberalizing the ownership of things people need to survive.
Agreed.
You can liberalize all kinds of other stuff and it's fine, but once you're talking about, you know, police, fire, even education, police, fire, education, but definitely medicine, then that shouldn't be something that somebody has the right to own and buy and sell and trade.
Yeah. Apparently he would have made $7 billion, according to this article, if he had patented it.
Yeah, but a lot of people would be dead.
Yep.
And even more would be physically
Which
disabled.
proves that he was a good fucking person. Damn it.
Breakup. Tough and Cook have broken up. That's rough.
Uh-oh.
You guys should have...
That's rough, buddy.
What? They were about to get married, too.
Oof.
Actually, I don't know what order they happened in. It's possible that they broke up and then they proposed.
So apparently,
their aunt is dead. When did that happen?
ooh,
Ex-lover, tough. Yep. Oh well.
apparently,
I wish I could farm bees.
the thing that complicates it is that in Athens there are two words that translate to freedom of speech, but they are distinct and different. So it's quite possible that Socrates was against one
And for the other, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Wait, clarify that for me one more time.
World.
There are two words that we
Okay.
now today would translate as freedom of speech, but mean separate things.
Ah, I see.
So
That
one
is
of them-
very important.
One of
Captain.
them is the right to say anything you want to whomever you want, in whatever way you wish. The other is your right to take part in public debates,
Ah,
politically.
yeah.
Now, Socrates, I'm pretty sure, had this thing about, you know, how the unwashed masses shouldn't necessarily govern.
Yeah.
So
The
that might
people?
be the part.
You can't trust the people.
But at the same time, he
Yeah.
did believe that he should be able to ask senators
Anything.
very important questions that made them look like fucking morons when they couldn't answer them and get
Yep.
force-fed hemlock poison.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I need you to bring back these alpacas. Let's leave the Praegers ones behind. Didn't I throw in another couple? I don't know. This is basically an alpaca farm right now. But I can't keep feeding as many alpacas as I'm going to for you. Bring the corpses. Hopefully they stay fresh because we need to harvest organs out of it. Oh shit. Well, apparently we need more alpacas if we're bringing this many corpses. No, don't bring Gazpacho the chicken. Gazpacho the chicken cannot carry human corpses. Only because I do not have the power to make him bigger in this world like I do in the other world.
Skyrim, yeah.
In fact, fucking all of the alpacas? This is ridiculous. How? Human bodies are not this heavy. What are you doing?
I was doing the Zelda achievement sound, but yawning.
Okay. Okay, and bring all of the pemmican. We'll need that to try to have these guys make attempts to act. Why is there so much corn? Bring 450 corn, and we'll use that to bring that in order to pawn off on the people starting the new colony.
By the way, Miriam, I don't know if you've noticed, but he's on a jungle planet with jungle critters.
Well, it's not a jungle planet.
Sorry, what?
Only
I was too busy being distracted by a bard singing opera in order to drown out a guy in mid-rant with Christian anti-feminist rhetoric.
Lampe is in a Christian biome.
I'm in a jungle biome.
The Christians believe that any biome is their biome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're wrong.
That's true.
We should go back to Europe. But the jungle biome
I need more bees.
full of jungle critters.
Yeah.
But he's on another planet.
Deadly
which is there.
cassowaries. Yeah, this is a Rimworld. That's why they call a game name. Look at my elephants. I have pet elephants. They're the best. They're amazing haulers and they never forget. And there's a baby one somewhere. Where's the baby elephant? My adorable baby elephant. Let's find him. Animals. Baby elephant. Meow. He made the noise too. That was him being all screechy. He's cute as buttons. Marriage is on. Is this the one that I just... What are you loading? Is it a visitor or a raid? Nothing. It is an autosave apparently. Tough and cook. It's a shame that that worked the way it did. God, I still don't understand how you people can have nothing to do. I mean, Savannah can do whatever she wants. She's just a visitor. By the way, when am I rid of you? 9 days. Just sitting here watching reruns of The Big Bang Theory in space. Are you still not wearing pants? Do you want better pants? No. Still are no better pants. Well, it's life. Plenty of fucking corn though. Gee, Josephat. Maybe I should start making whiskey. Alright. I wish the music would be consistent. You're coming with us. You're well enough to travel, right? Yeah. You... Shoulder's still fucked up from the shotgun blast, and they did get stabbed in the leg with a gladius, but they've recovered from all the other wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Bees. I need more bees. I can't make
Blow
any...
job or hand job? Full-time job with healthcare benefits.
Yes. Yes. Should have picked their verbiage more carefully, perhaps. Animal pod crash. Oh no! Poor turtle. Crane, save the turtle.
I would like to see that more often. Dwarves that instead of like being blacksmiths known for weaponry, like I mean, what do they need weapons for? They're in the ground. No one can get to them. The fuck do they need weapons for? Whole people?
Well,
The drought,
Like-
obviously.
well, yeah. In Ravenin,
Oh, fair.
in
You make
Ravenin,
a good fucking point.
in Ravenin, there were weapons and tools are sort of one and the same. It's why dwarves never developed swords.
Yeah.
They needed to have
Um.
axes and picks and whatnot
Yeah.
and hammers, so they just also weaponized.
Yeah.
But they never were like,
is-
let's design something specifically for killing, because it just wasn't something that ever
Everything
came
else-
up.
People die really easy. It's not like it's hard. You don't need to build something specifically for that.
Yeah,
You
especially
just gotta like smack them around a bit and they die.
a lot of like medieval weaponry was devised around the importance of cavalry. So was classical age stuff,
Mhm.
and even a lot of ancient age, but mostly classical and medieval. And they live underground, so it never comes up. That never happens. They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, who's got cavalry underground?
Exactly. But this post is dwarves being known for jewelry and shit instead. It's hard to see that burly man with a thick beard is brutish or uncivilized when you just watched him practically make lace from silver and gold.
Yeah.
Which, you know, damn fucking true.
I'd like to see him make lace out of fucking titanium.
Even into their beards.
They would too.
God, do you guys know about the Scott scandal?
No?
So as it turns out, the entirety of the Scots Wikipedia. So these are, this is Wikipedia pages written in the language of Scots, so that people can use it as a resource when they can speak Scots. The entirety of the Scots Wikipedia was written by an American drony. He literally self-identified. He's got his fucking that INJ mana bullshit. I don't remember what it is. IJTP or something. Brony. That is literally in his profile, and he wrote it all in really shit. Like, you know how shitty the like Hagrid, how Hagrid talks in Harry Potter in the American books. You know how his speech is written out? They basically wrote the entirety of the Scots Wikipedia like that. And then like cherry picked a bunch of Scots words that they literally looked up on a dictionary and then just put it wherever it seemed right for English grammar and phonetics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, why though?
Yeah, an American teenager. He
Oh,
over
he's a teenager.
over 60,000 pages.
I don't know whether or not to be impressed by that. No,
Right?
I am. I am definitely impressed.
He spent apparently like 8 to 9 years doing at least 9 articles a day.
Madman.
What the fuck? What the absolute ever-loving fuck? He had the dedication to do this for the Scots Wikipedia, but he didn't have the dedication to actually learn the fucking language itself?
That is kind of weird, huh?
What the fuck? Anyway, everyone's really fucking pissed, which is completely reasonable. It's an endangered language, man. Like, fuck. But yeah, so I've been seeing more and more shit about that, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit. What the absolute fuck?
Oh.
But yeah, that's a thing that's been happening.
I forgot I was pulling up the tile. There's just gold tile sitting around. Okay.
Have you guys seen the new Holmes movie? Or not the movie, but the trailer.
No?
So there's a new trailer for not a Sherlock Holmes movie, but an Ilona Holmes movie,
Yeah.
who is the sister of Mycroft and Holmes.
Oh, I didn't know that they had a sister.
I don't know if that's
think
they
that's
might have
canon.
just completely made it up.
Yeah, I
It's
imagine they
entirely
did.
possible that she was completely made up just for this show.
I thought it was about his daughter.
No, it is about their sister.
I kind of like the idea that
and
it was
Mycroft
about.
and Holmes.
I kind of like the idea that it was about an illegitimate child that he had with the what's her name,
Irene.
Irene, his female nemesis. I thought that would have been awesome.
That
He
would
might not
be
even ever have
fucking
known
awesome.
about her. That would have been amazing.
That would be fucking awesome. But and it might be true. We don't know. What we do know is, in the trailer, her mom has vanished mysteriously without a trace, and she's trying to find her. She calls up her brothers, Mycroft and Holmes, and they get there, find out that she's practically a feral child raised by an equally feral mother, and is like, "You need to learn how to be a lady." And she's like, "What the fuck are you on about? Help me find our mom, guys!" And they're like, "Nah, you have to learn how to be a lady." And she's like, "Fuck you!" And so she fucks right off. And then, in order to make sure they can't find her, she dresses up and acts like a lady. Because they'd never look for her like that, because she was fighting against it so hard. And it actually looks pretty good. She fucking, we get to watch her flip a couple different people, because she gets taught how to fight by this black woman. And it's fantastic. The trailer looked really cool, and I'm moderately interested in watching it. Which is rare. I'm usually not interested in dedicating myself to watching things unless I'm watching it with someone else. So, you know, I'm weird like that. I'm bad with commitment.
Yeah. I don't know how much gold fucking boring I even want in this room. You know?
Yeah, no. Did you? By the way, did you like reschedule the unicorn poo?
No.
Cause
We
like,
rescheduled the other one because the other one is hard and I don't know how I'm going to do it and I have to do it tomorrow.
No, what I mean is on the 15th, did you? Because I canceled on you guys because we had to go get the water boiler.
I don't remember how it happened.
And it had been for last week, but now it says it was for this week.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Because I had signed up for it, of course, for last week, but I thought we were just gonna have to like figure shit out later, because like we got all this shit going down for the auntie. And so I didn't think that it was like, you know, I'd signed up for that 2.5 weeks ago, or however long ago it was, the 15th. And so like I had no clue. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's that old one we never got around to. We'll get around to it eventually. And there was the new one, and I was like, oh, he needs people in that. I do really want that fucking anaconda, so I might as well sign up.
Oh yeah, that was
like-
pretty wild.
Mamba has Mamba doesn't give a single fuck about the auntie anymore. She just wants that fucking anaconda.
Now, I only have one concern with the battle. So it's gonna be one where we have units and Reed controlling a group.
Yeah.
So if Ravine is leading the goblins and the goblins die because they're weak and pathetic, does Ravine die?
Ravine, all of the characters, the actual heroes, are going to be in the guild's unit.
Okay.
But you had contact with these other people, so you were part of planning what they were going to do, and on the battlefield, that is represented by you deciding how those units will move. So
Okay.
it is not impossible for the group to come to some kind of consensus that will sway Commander Hardbitten, but otherwise he'll be the one who's basically in charge of the guild's unit. But the guild's unit is easily the most effective unit on the board. But
Obviously.
if you take wounds, it means that your characters will be incapacitated for the final battle. But that when that unit takes wounds, it's your characters losing consciousness in combat.
Yeah.
Which might be worth it because that unit's badass. But you choose carefully.
So
I had wanted to participate in that, but you guys got really bitchy, so I ditched instead.
What?
last Wednesday?
Yeah,
No.
you guys were having that whole conversation, and I very much wanted to engage and participate, and I asked for a rundown on what was going on, and then you guys got all bitchy and yelled at me, and then Sheriff fucked up. So
I didn't even hear you ask for a rundown.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
that's literally what I was talking about at the time. I was like, hey, can you give me a rundown of what's all happened since we were fucking out? Could you hit me up, tell me what's going on? And then you were like, oh my fucking god. And then Lampay said, fuck off. And then you walked into the other room. And so I just decided, fuck you guys, I just won't participate.
It's very confusing, and I would want to figure out what the hell happened there, because that doesn't sound like anything I remember. And it might have been that the context was different, but Craig broke. It's possible that we have some kind of recording of some of it. I don't know. Craig, lost his shit. Craig?
Yep, I'm aware of that.
Craig made 2 posts when my machine wasn't even connected at 5 in the morning. That's pretty fucking broken.
Yep.
Oh, the turtle healed. Wait, what?
So, what happened from my perspective?
The turtle's in the caravan?
Is, I kind of tried to give you a rundown, but because you just come into the house, you and Daniel were still kind of distracted and ended up talking to each other. Which, I don't care, but, it was pretty loud, and I kind of got the vibe that, it was a bit chaotic for everyone else in the chat, right? So I left, because, I wasn't even sure if I could really win or not, and I can't use that much of my brain.
You might even have been, and I might have had you muted for similar reasons or whatever, and then you might have been saying that
was the thing.
You did in fact mute her.
Yeah. So that might have been what happened.
Which in my brain is a punishment, so,
Oh, no. Well, not necessarily. It's more like...
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter the intention. What matters is that in her brain it's a punishment. She's been silenced for daring to act out.
No, if I'm on a live stream and the stuff
silencing.
that you guys are sharing is stuff that the audience shouldn't hear, then we're all better off if you're muted. You know what I mean? It's better that than to have you forget that there are other people listening and say something about something that's going on in your family lives or whatever.
Well,
and I don't want them to be subject to it either.
I was using punishment in the psychological term, as in, hey, this is an indication that you should stop doing a behavior.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, sure, but at the same time, it's it's not like you can help it either. Right? If you're doing something like helping somebody that's in the same place put in the water heater, or there's somebody you're living with that's going through some kind of problem, or I'm fighting with the dogs, or whatever it might be. There might be any number of reasons why it's better off for a person to be temporarily muted. And if you can control that, then you aren't going to get temporarily muted. But that doesn't mean
oh
that
my God,
you have to find a way to control it.
All that does make me think back. All that makes me do is think of when I was streaming in the living room. Leah was so fucking inconsiderate.
That was really obnoxious.
The worst part about it is that anytime she's in the general room doing something that requires, that other people not be heard, she gets incredibly bitchy if anyone dares to be even remotely loud.
Yeah.
And here she is. I'm in the middle of live streaming with my friend.
We have new puppies.
And she has the gall to just sit there playing copywritten music, talking about other people's personal lives, not even our own, other people's personal lives. Bitch!
Yeah. Well, see, and that's another issue too, is what that represents is, to me, the whole reason why I'm struggling so hard with all of this. And that's that, to me, it seems like it's fairly obvious what should be done at any given time with anything we're doing. And then I get frustrated and even more short-tempered and lose exponentially greater amounts of energy over it when everybody else doesn't. But why they're not thinking in terms of doing a live stream show. Most of them forget that that's even happening and talk like nothing like that's going on. Because it's whatever else that we're doing that they're thinking about. And that's how most people live. Most people aren't playing video games thinking about putting on a live show that lots of other people are watching. Most people aren't painting under the assumption that hundreds of people are watching them paint, even when hundreds of people are watching them paint. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to have somebody that could be a designated mod in chat, the way that you girls do with me, for painters, so that painters can focus on painting and somebody that's in the room with them can talk out loud to them that is managing the chat. Which would be ideal, but you have to take the time to explain it because that's not how people are thinking. The people in your house aren't thinking about a world in which somebody that they know is putting on a live show in their living room that other people are watching.
Hundreds of people, but really it's 2.
Well, you were playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons with a guy in Tunisia. One of the people that was watching us is from Canada. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big... This isn't something somebody's thinking about when they're sitting in their living room and somebody else is playing a game. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a different world.
Well, I mean, even then, so the thing is that what's frustrating about that is that while I cannot say I am 100% innocent of that, I rarely do I forget that we are on a live stream. I'm just much more casual about it because of how the rest of the live stream functions. Me trying to act like this is a big professional showy thing with like production isn't going to be conducive. It's just going to make everyone else uncomfortable and be stressful and ruin the fun for the people who are participating.
Oh my god.
And so
if I tried to put on an act on top of everything else I do, I would not be able to function.
Well,
exactly. You would die.
But at the same time, the way that we're doing Skyrim together, first of all, a lot of things, especially things like that you're used to playing on your own, like Skyrim and this happened with Borderlands a lot and stuff like that. It's like you have programmed yourself on a variety of levels, some of them Pavlovian, about how to play that game, and it's not social, and so you have to like put forth this extra weird effort to break out of what you want to do to play a game you're playing for fun in order to do it with other people, and that's bizarre.
Do you want to know my favorite way of playing Skyrim?
What is your favorite way of playing Skyrim?
My favorite way of playing Skyrim is to have a shit ton of quests, pick a couple that I'm feeling in the mood to do right now, and then completely ignore any of the other ones, turn them all off, so that I only have a couple of the little pointers, and then use clairvoyance. Because I don't know how clairvoyance works, but it directs me to something, and then I literally follow clairvoyance. I don't fast travel, I don't do anything, I just follow clairvoyance, it takes me somewhere!
If the environment were more interactive, I would like that.
Right?
And it's not like I've never done that. It's just, it's definitely not the way I play. But what I've been trying to do is to facilitate a way that we can be playing it in a way that is also putting on a show. And you have to understand that that's, in most cases, going to take precedence. So when we have 2 or 3 people and you're like, I want to do a thing, and I'm like, it's probably not going to, I don't see that working as a show, so I'm not going to do that right now. That's what I mean, react however you will, but that's what's going to happen. And like, mind you, we've had what, 10% of our Skyrim Together footage has had viewers, maybe, and 2 of those were diesel shot raids.
Yeah.
They rated that. Those poor bastards rated that show twice. They decided to raid the second time, which amazed me because it was such a disaster the first time.
Right.
But I think Danielle talked Lee into it. Or it's possible nobody else was on, but it was Friday night. Surely somebody was. Oh, yes. You need a heart transplant.
Maybe they just think your shit's dumb, but in an endearing way.
I like to think that's why those 2 gave us those follows, but that's 2 people out of like 35.
Yeah.
Those aren't very good metrics. I mean,
well, actually,
just do it now.
it's actually pretty decent metrics, proportionally speaking. While it is not, of course, ideal in the early run, you'd want more than that. It is still a lot more than you'd usually get, which I mean, honestly, it's. I'm not gonna say it's good enough, but it's certainly progress.
Catton's heart transplant.
But yeah, like I was saying, like I try to be very aware of being on stream and that it is a show. I don't know if you noticed me trying to tone down my obnoxiousness, but I certainly do try. I try to only show the obnoxiousness that I think the fans, for what
might get a kick
constitutes fans that we might have, might get a kick out of. Yeah.
Well, the thing is too, it seems to me that the majority of your Discord issues happen during Nostria. Whereas if you were having Discord issues during Skyrim, it probably wouldn't be that big a deal, because we just have to ignore you most of the time anyway, because your shit doesn't work.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
hey, I finally got these. That's sweet. Because I'm going to need them. But
I'm sitting here not watching you like a fucking dickwad. What am I doing?
But in Nostria, like, we need to be able to hear you. Because that's Dungeons and Dragons, and it really sucks when we can't hear you. Like when you were out on your own fighting the whole pirate brigade by yourself. That was a fucking amazing scene, and we couldn't hear a word you were saying. God. That's heartbreaking. You know, that could have been really amazing, and it really sucks that it worked out that way.
Yeah, Mom was so fucking badass.
God, it was so good. It was so fun.
Yeah, I might.
Your character's broken, and I love her.
Well, yeah, I might have to go back on how the regeneration works. Might have to shut down when you're unconscious.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about the regeneration. I think the regeneration itself is fine.
Yeah.
Why are all these ducks just fucking around?
Counter to that, I'm specifically trying to get things to give me additional regeneration, so I'll fucking fight you.
When they said ducks joined, I didn't realize they meant a dozen ducks. That's a lot of ducks. I got a lot of ducks, guys.
Amazing.
No, don't.
Damn it, what was I talking to you about? Because I was talking to you about something that would give me, it would basically give me a multiplier to my regeneration, but at a lower threshold. And so if I was below 25%, it would double my regen.
Oh, that's what I was trying to do in Clatter. Clatter has a system for that. Dungeons and Dragons really doesn't.
Yeah, well, the thing was that I was going to see about trying to make like a feat that would do that for me with you. But of course, you're talking about trying to nerf me now, so that's probably not going to happen.
Well, it could. It's not a problem. The issue is that it shouldn't bring you back up once you're unconscious on its own. That's the issue with it. But if somebody casts healing magic on you and you come up, you should come up with the full regeneration you might have.
So what you're saying is that someone needs to wake me up.
Yeah.
I should go into a coma.
Well, that's why they have healers. You know, like people can cast healing spells.
It won't kill me unless they coup de grace me. But yeah, I do agree with that. That is a fair point. And especially considering the fact that my character is meant to facsimile a child. Because I still am not. She still doesn't have a canon age. Younger than you is her age.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
I call it healing sleep. And if you fall to 0 hit points, then you continue to regain hit points.
Yeah.
As your
But you don't regain consciousness unless somebody performs a successful heal check, or you are targeted by a heal spell. That's a cool concept.
Yeah, or, well, I mean, because I could see several different ways of doing it. Maybe, like, a successful, I mean, because...
The things that would normally make you conscious. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.